You thought this thing was over.
Can we replace the opening theme with taps just this once?
Honestly, a remix would go kind of hard.
I mean, Ed's dead, Rusty's dead.
Caleb died.
I wish he would, but he's unfortunately alive.
Hello! Welcome to Shrimp Hours number 117. I'm drive-through. I'm here. Cody's
Just waiting
here.
for some
here.
homeless
Ben's
dude
here.
to just like get my revenge on Caleb for me.
What a hatred coming out of the gate here from Slav.
Immediately.
In honor of Rusty, I have a glass here full of fruit.
That looks really good. Got some
it
strawberries,
frozen?
got some blueberries. What else
Some
we got in
raspberries in here, not a whole lot of them, but they're in there.
Mm.
And I saved myself a treat down at the bottom. There was a piece of pineapple.
Oh,
It's like a deconstructed smoothie. Like instead of putting in a blender with some yogurt, you just put it straight into the cup. Skip the middleman. All right. Starting off, NASCAR roundup, Talladega. We had shrimps at the track. We had shrimps on the flagpoles. And we had three
Shrimps on
whole
TV.
races. Truck Series was certainly an event that occurred. It was basically like ARCA, but in a different shaped vehicle. Shout out to the first win for Oldsmobile with Grant Enfinger behind the wheel. And they wrecked a bunch of shit, and that ending kind of sucked. Xfinity race also occurred. Also had kind of a not that exciting finish, I feel like. And then the Cup Series had the biggest wreck of all time, or whatever. How was that from the infield at Talladega?
Couldn't see shit.
All right.
all right. Moving on to
Yeah, dude, Talladega is weird because like they're constantly in the throttle, so they just like drone past you like.
Yeah, and the
You
next
can
gens are
kinda,
so
hear
like
them on the other side of
rumbly.
the track, and then they drone back around, but every once in a while they don't drone back around. You're like, it's been 30 seconds. I should be hearing them. Like, oh fuck. Everybody rushes the fence. Like, where's Brad? Where's Brad? Who made it through? Who made it through? You're just like counting guys, like just trying to see who made it. Who's back. Like, oh, I think Chase Elliott's dead. Like, no, he went by. You just didn't see him.
Well,
A bunch
there
of
weren't,
drunk rednecks trying to piece it together.
there weren't a whole lot at the end because they managed to wreck 28 cars in one incident. It's a pretty glorious shot of just the whole field just sliding into the damn corner.
Parking
Dudes
lot.
everywhere. They have
saw this when it happened, but I guess I need to go back and watch replays. I don't even remember it being that fucking big.
it wasn't huge in that no one was like flipping or anything, but there's just a lot of dudes involved. NASCAR's been sort of parading around the stat that it's the most cars involved in a wreck in the modern era of the NASCAR Cup Series at 28 cars.
Now, when they count
yet
all
even that I
28 of
don't
those
think is
cars-
true.
Now, when they count all 28 of those cars, are they counting like Alfredo, who like basically came to a stop and like booped a car? And
He hit a car, so
I mean,
involved.
I'm
in wreck.
pretty sure like those like track blockers going into turn 3 at Daytona took out more cars.
So from what I've seen, the record, like that's the record in the Cups, like the modern Cup Series, but the all-time is still the 2002 Busch Series Talladega race because that had
Ruh-roh.
31 dudes. Yeah.
Bro.
yeah, I love how shout out to Daryl Waltrip doing a Scooby-Doo impression during the biggest crash in NASCAR history.
That's the only way you
It's going
remember
down
it. Just
history.
ruh-roh, and then you see the fucking car flipping.
That also gave us people cars driving under cars.
Yeah. There was some drama at the end. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. just somehow fell his way into another plate win. And then
He must be stopped.
And then the spotter audio came out of Kyle Larson's spotter literally telling him to keep off of Brad and telling him to not push him to the finish line. Which honestly, when I heard it, I was like, that's fucked up. Like, I was like, it upset me like quite a bit when I was like, okay, for their stupid little manufacturer battle, they're literally telling him, like, don't push this guy. Finish 4th instead of 3rd so that some Chevy can win. Instead of Brad, who had a good chance, which he should have went topside off of 4 anyway, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, that's more Brad's fault than Larson. Stop pointing fingers.
I did see
Larson.
They pulled up the telemetry, and Larson actually didn't lift after the spotter told him to not lift, but I still think it's gross that even like was said. And then Denny on his podcast was talking about how both RFK cars mysteriously had roof rails fall off at some point during the race. And I don't know if people have like I don't know if people have pieced this together with footage, but they have found like pictures of, like, obviously at the start of the race when they all have roof rails, and then again at the end when like
they just don't have them.
There are clearly chunks, because the roof rails nowadays are like 3 pieces on each side, and Brad is missing the second one on the left side and the first one on the right side. I haven't seen a picture of Bush's car, but apparently he was missing another like chunk of it. So there's definitely something fun at play, and shout out to RFK who have designed like ejectable car parts, which in turn I guess probably helped them in some form, because
I don't really know, because I would think that would just make the car looser. I don't, because it's not really adding any downforce. If anything, it's adding, it's helping on the turns.
Well, I'm thinking maybe there's less air that gets channeled over the roof and onto the spoiler, and more of it can like escape sideways to reduce drag, but I'm not an aerodynamicist.
Plus NASCAR put it on them in like 2 weeks and said, hurry up teams, do it. I know you don't have any engineers or anybody, but yeah, go ahead and make this.
Well, yeah, the little extender, yeah. But one of those pieces wasn't even.
I think I know what happened.
Ones.
I think the roof rail fell off, and I think it hit Kyle Larson's foot, and that's why he lifted.
Did they ever find said roof rails, or did they just vaporize into thin air?
So far, I'm pretty sure they vaporized, and no one knows when they vaporized or how.
Like, so they just never slid down to the bottom of the track. No one ever found any debris. They never flew up.
To be fair, there was no shortage of debris during that one caution. Like, I would not be surprised if they were scooped up in all of the carnage in that red flag.
Was that Brandon Jones in the Xfinity? His Declan that like popped up over the fence, if I'm remembering correctly. I got pretty sauced memory of the weekend.
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
You remember that? There was like a big one heading into turn 1.
Yeah, Brandon Jones' deck lid just popped off, went up over the fence.
Like on the outside of the track?
Oh, yeah, that is right. Yeah.
That's fun.
It's no Jimmy Horton, but it was still exciting.
Have you guys heard anything about
anyway.
the race control fucking it?
No.
What?
So everyone's pissed about if you haven't been paying attention, the stupid fucking 8-minute fix your car and all that shit.
Oh, they'll like, sometimes they'll say you can fix it, and sometimes they'll just be like, nah, go home.
Well, the policy that they've been repeating the week before Talladega was if your car is stuck in the grass, then you're done.
Which is insane, by the way.
But what actually happened is Chase Elliott and another car got pushed out of the grass under red flag, and they were able to make it to the pit stop because they were pushed, even though under the rule, they should have been out of the race.
That's a stupid rule anyway.
Not only that, but when the yellow came out, the pace car did not move. So when they switched from the red flag to the yellow flag, those cars were able to work on their car, but the pace car wasn't moving, so they were able to keep their lap.
Whoa.
Telling me that NASCAR was inconsistent with the rules, possibly favored Chase Elliott.
That's crazy that has like actual like playoff implications.
What do you mean?
Implications.
They gave Chase Elliott like a pit road penalty in Martinsville in 2020, and then they're like, oh shit, it's Chase Elliott, never mind. And then he fucking won the championship next year when he wouldn't have advanced if that penalty stuck to begin with. This ain't new.
People have been saying the other thing is that Ricky Stenhouse had foam missing on the side of his door, which he should have been put it given a black flag because of that, but I don't really care about that one.
Rules are made up. Nothing matters.
It is NASCAR.
Those,
Points don't
those
matter.
are all stupid rules anyway.
NASCAR's
Yep.
dead. I went there to see a flip. I'm disappointed. 0 out of 10.
NASCAR is rubbish.
When are we getting that T-shirt?
Speaking of which, I actually I'll work on that. But
right.
speaking of stupid NASCAR decisions, Sam Mayer got DQ'd from the Xfinity race at Talladega. I think he finished 16th, and he got disqualified because his rear end wasn't up to measurement.
His ass was pushed in.
Yeah, and Dale Jr. said it's literally a super speedway. This happens all of the time. Like, he got bumped a lot. No wonder the rear end wasn't like up to spec. So they submitted an appeal, and NASCAR said, "Screw you." They threw it out and it's just DQ'd. Get fucked.
The only thing I can think of is like maybe they weakened it in some way and allowed it to happen, because the more that rear end is pushed in, the less air that's going to be going through there. We've seen that happen before.
Dale Jr. says that they showed them photo evidence of kinks in the tubing on a chassis that was previously certified, and body scans before and after the event.
That could be that could mean that they didn't catch him the first time.
Bold strategy in NASCAR to keep going out of their way to piss off like their most important person in the sport.
Yeah. Can't come for Dale Jr.
Did you see his tweet about the
I don't know. I'm skeptical on that one.
When the CW announced that they're like, "Oh, we're gonna explore the idea of doing the in-studio."
Yeah, so I was gonna say
from the Charlotte thing.
That's another news piece that the CW said they might have announcers that don't go to the track.
And then Dale Jr. tweeted, "I hope they do not."
Yeah, which is based. Honestly, genuinely, F1 has done this a few times, I think with F1 TV specifically, and it is unnoticeable. But I do not trust NASCAR to do a good job of that at all, and I think they will biff it. But when,
look at the truck series.
When done right, it can be okay. But yeah, look at the truck series. It's so bad. The calls are horrible.
Truck series, ARCA, it's awful.
All right. Looking at the playoff standings going in the final race of the round at the Roval, we've got some interesting players.
Playoffs.
First of all, Logano is fucked. I think he was +4 going into Talladega, and now he's -13. So you don't got to worry about the guys at the top. Byron, Bell, Larson, Denny, they're all kind of in. Briscoe 32 down, Cindric 29 down, not looking good. They'll have to win it. Suarez 20 down makes me sad. And then it's Logano 13 down, Chase Elliott 13 up, and Tyler Reddick 14 up. I pray for a Daniel Suarez roll dub, and that's probably not going to happen.
Cindric and Briscoe can do it because they're
That's
good
true.
on road courses.
So is Suarez.
On Mooncar, Hocevar has talked about how sketchy that new turn is going to be when he's been in the simulator. So we could see people at the top completely fuck it.
It is kind of insane that they just you don't know about the Roval. They're changing the Roval layout for this year.
I've been out of the loop with my own family recently with how much I've been working well on NASCAR shit. My own Talladega trip.
So let me pull up the NASCAR graphic. Basically, where they made a few changes to the chicanes and stuff, but where they come back onto NASCAR turn 1, basically when they exit the infield, instead of doing the 90-degree left, 90-degree left, it's now just 180-degree hairpin. It's kind of insane. And I mean, it looks like it's designed for chaos, genuinely.
That turn 6, turn 6, you
crazy.
You can't tell from the stands, but I've been walking down there. Turn 6 goes like down and like up a hill. It's like a blind turn right there.
From what Host Far
That's
said, 5 and
insane.
6 are off camber.
Yep.
Yeah, 5 and
Oh,
6 are off
five.
camber and basically blind because the hill's in your way.
Yes.
Yeah. And have been, but yeah.
Somebody's gonna
Uh,
like eat ass in turn 6. I just know it.
Let's pretend our viewers are morons and totally not me that doesn't know what off camera means. Explain that to them.
Instead of banked in, it's like banked out, so it's the rear end slides out and it's hard to turn. Basically,
I think we got to remember the finish line is not in the tri-oval.
dude. Okay, I'm getting upset about that because they keep doing it in the freaking Talladega races. I've had it. Hey, is the producer on every broadcast being like, hey, remind the viewers where the start finish line? We know how many. It's been it's almost what 60 some 55 years of Talladega. We know where the start finish line is.
You have to
It's
talk to some of
always
the
been
viewers. Like
there.
there's always viewers watching of their first NASCAR race that have never been there before. You always have to bank on that kind of audience.
It's okay, what is the Venn diagram of people that think that the start finish line is normally in the middle of the track but also have never seen a Talladega race? Does anyone fit in that little sliver of Venn diagram that they have to keep
Look, do you
going
want to
every
tell a
goddamn
new
broadcast?
viewer where the start finish line is on Talladega? Or do you want to spend the 3 hours trying to explain the playoff format and how the points work?
Say something interesting, like how the bottom lane of the tri-oval used to be the apron, and that's why it has less banking. They actually did talk about that when someone got dumped in the Xfinity race there. I forget who.
Van Gisbergen.
Yeah. But yeah, they don't talk about that enough. All right, more news.
That was right in front of us.
SMI announced that this week, they announced that they've been working on a road course in the Charlotte Motor Speedway, like, campus. On the outside of turns 1 and 2, they're opening up basically like a thermal club. They're going to open up some private, expensive, rich dude lap turning club in partnership with Rick Hendrick. It's called 10 Tenths, and apparently it's going to be some stupid little track with a bunch of lights, and it's going to be some fancy schmancy, we want to get rich people to come turn laps next to Charlotte Motor Speedway.
2013 Hyundai Elantra.
Apparently it was designed by Alex Wirtz, which is kind of funny, like the F1 back marker from back in the day. I guess he was okay for a bit. But yeah, apparently they're gonna make a 1.7 mile track with generous runoff areas, so it's gonna suck to race it, but
yeah,
they're
so
just...
if you wreck your exotic car, you won't hit the fence.
Yeah, exactly. It's really interesting that they're building it next to Charlotte, where they already have a road course thing built in there.
All of Rick Hendrick's, or one of his dealerships is in that area, so I think that makes sense.
But like,
might have land already.
You want
Anything
that
for
many...
SMI and NASCAR to go out of their way to spend money, but then point to like other factors as to why they're losing money.
I don't know if I've seen any like construction photos.
I've
But,
seen
like
like a render, but I haven't seen like what the track layout would be or where this is going to be.
Well, we were there in May and they hadn't even started. They hadn't even broke ground on it or anything.
Apparently they're already working on it. I'm just pulling up a like Google Maps here of Charlotte, and it looks like...
Yep, there it is.
I mean, they've got space out here, like past turn 1 and 2, which is where I imagine it's gonna be. But like, what, 1.7 miles of freaking road course stuffed in here? I don't know about all that.
Unless it's farther
you
out.
have a road course. I don't understand.
They need their own separate one that the poor people don't go to.
That's what I mean. Like, they want that exclusivity of like, you have to be this tall to fucking drive around our stupid little road course.
You must be this rich to drive in our facility.
I hope it makes them money. I hope they don't lose it.
I hope they go bankrupt over it.
Duality of man.
They're adding a clubhouse, a 20,000 square foot destination for corporate retreats, business summits, special events, and entertainment. So they're gonna have a members garage called the 10/10ths Motor Club. God, this sounds like disgusting.
This sounds like a
bougie.
GTA DLC.
Yeah.
Like a GTA Online thing.
It sounds like a GTA DLC that'll be cool for like a week and then no one will ever care about again. They say its grand opening will be April 4th, 2025. It says construction is nearly complete while work on the clubhouse is underway. I'm gonna see if I can find some kind of construction.
Do we have
photos.
any like up to date Google Earth photos around that area?
Ooh, I do have a Reddit post with an actual article about that. So it looks like this is that little piece of land that I pointed out, like on the outside here. And they're gonna try and squeeze in this little dongle of a fucking track with their fancy ass clubhouse restaurant, whatever the hell, in the middle of it. So yeah, I don't know. Stay tuned, but
well, I can't wait until Andy Dalton wrecks his Lamborghini and has to sit out a few games and let Bryce Young get back in there.
Watch them do like a thermal club type like NASCAR exhibition like bullshit on this stupid track.
Hey, you can spend $500 and drive a Ferrari 488.
Yeah, I'm a hater already. This thing sucks. All right, next piece of news.
I just got news. They're using it to do your 24-hour endurance race.
No, I'm interested. All right,
he's on board, ladies and gentlemen. We got him.
Other NASCAR news. That would be kind of sick, actually, to squeeze 40 cars around that tiny little thing. NASCAR announced that next year for their in-season tournament payouts, they're going to be paying the drivers directly instead of going through the teams, which they do for like everything else, which is interesting. I don't know what the move is there, or if they're just trying to keep money out of the team's hands. And they also said they're going to pay drivers directly for like promotional stuff. So
I wonder if that's part of the new charter agreement.
Maybe. All right. Outside of NASCAR, Supercars has announced that they will have a new championship format, and they've said it's inspired by NASCAR, which, if you've paid attention, don't do that. You should not be inspired by NASCAR. So they're going to convert their season into what they call... I'm just going to show you the
only thing
graphic.
NASCAR should inspire you to do is put a gun in your mouth.
Okay, all right. DT from the edit here. I spent like 5 minutes explaining how I thought this worked, but apparently I didn't know how this works because it's that complicated. Basically, the regular season is called the Sprint Cup, which I think is kind of funny. And they do 8 rounds, 25 races across 8 weekends. And then the champion automatically advances to the playoffs, which they're just calling the finals. And then they do the endurance races. And then whoever's the champion of the endurance races also advances to the finals. And then the rest of the top 10 in points go to the finals, which is like the playoffs if it only happened over the course of 3 weeks, which is insane. So like 10 dudes go in, 3 get eliminated in the first weekend, 3 get eliminated in the second weekend, then there's just 4 dudes left. I don't even know how many races they do at each of these events, but like if you win one of the weekend's races, you advance to the next one. and then there's like 3 races in the last weekend that all the fun. It's basically like the NASCAR playoffs if it was condensed into just 3 weeks. And essentially, if you get wrecked in like one of those 2 or 3, I still don't know how many races they're doing at some of these weeks. If you get wrecked there, then you're just screwed, I think. And then yeah, the finale is 3 races, which I guess is better than the final 4 in NASCAR. Oh, this might say actually. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Tires and pits. Oh, okay. So it's only 2 races per weekend in the playoffs. So yeah, each round of the finals. Each round of the finals is literally 2 races, and then 3 dudes get eliminated after each of those. So good luck if if you're coming in with a points lead. You just have to be on your toes all of the time. That's kind of insane. Anyway, back to the actual recording. It has received mixed reception on social media, and I really hope that it fails, because this is stupid.
They have tried a points change in the past, I think in 2007, and it went so bad that they reverted it immediately after that 1 year.
Okay, good. Do that again.
Yes, that's what everyone's hoping for.
That's insane. I have one more horrible racing format news. So this,
oh god,
it's a la mode. It's in style right now to take your racing series and delegitimify it. Formula E, known for being complete nonsense in their format already, has announced that they are considering what they call a golden lap system. Before each race,
Shower system.
before each race, they're gonna pick 2 random laps, and whoever is in the lead at that point will receive 1 point.
Why?
why though?
That got the silence it deserved.
I don't know. They just want to change things. It's so, in case you didn't want to be in the lead, now there will be incentive to be in the. Who is this for? I don't know.
The fans have asked for this.
The fans have not asked for this.
In.
It makes less sense than Formula E already did. They call this an extra clown show element that Formula E doesn't need on therace.com. This is insanity. This is so stupid.
Why don't they just do stages and stage points, but without the cautions?
Well, this is basically that, but there's only 1 point and it's completely random, and it's.
Do they know about it before the race
matter.
starts, or is it like
Yes.
afterwards?
They do know
Okay.
about it before the race starts.
Okay.
But
Well, I
like,
was about to say, like it wouldn't be that much more stupid.
it doesn't change anything. It does not change a single thing about the race. 1 point to whoever's in the lead. Like, anyway.
I don't even think 1 point's going to make anyone do anything differently.
That's what I mean. Like, the guy in the lead is going to want to be leading already. That's insanity.
Remember when Thursday Night Football used to be on network TV? Birch Farm remembers. Sorry, I'm trying to find the football game on my TV and I'm getting annoyed.
Because it's on Twitch.
I
know.
I'm just in big time hater mode. There's all this complete garbage going on. Just let them race, man. God. All right, that's it for the news. Sorry to make you depressed with all these stupid announcements. Next up, Cody, on topic. 2 minutes of football. Go.
Football.
Aaron Rodgers got the Jets coach fired, so he is in complete control of the team. Packers are still alive. NFC North is the greatest team in football right now. Every single team in that division has a winning record. It's kind of crazy, actually.
Oh,
It's usually
dude.
pretty good, isn't it?
Fucking 3-2, 3-2.
#1 ranked Alabama
Yes, we
lost
need to talk about that.
Vanderbilt, and we were in Talladega, and dude,
Dude,
all
they were
the energy got
pissed. They were
sucked out of that
pissed.
place.
They were pissed.
See,
They
me
were
and Ed
razzed.
were watching it live because we were switching around like, oh, holy shit, Vanderbilt's beating Alabama. We got to watch this. And they were fucking crushing them. It looked like Vanderbilt was like at Alabama's level and they were
Dude,
crushing
they
them.
hung 40 fucking points on them.
Yes.
Where the hell is Vanderbilt even?
Nashville.
Ah.
Oh, dude, and the students like rushed the field afterwards. They tore down the goalpost.
So
walked
that's
him
their thing, right?
Yeah, they walked him 3 miles down Broadway in downtown Nashville, and then threw him in the Cumberland River.
Yeah, 'cause I remember seeing footage of them doing that like a year ago or something. That's base. That's sick.
How many fish died so they could celebrate that win?
How are you
the
gonna
fire
kill a
department fished out the goalpost the next
It's
morning.
just a metal pole, yeah. It's in the water for one
What
night.
if there
Nobody
just so happened to be
cares.
one sleeping right when they tossed it in that couldn't get out at the same time?
You snooze, you lose.
That was an amazing game. And one thing that didn't help was like it looked like the stadium was already like half under construction if you looked like at the either ends. So whenever they just raided and got the goalposts and all that, it just looked like half the fucking stadium was destroyed.
Well, there were more
Tearing the place
Alabama
apart.
fans there than there were Vanderbilt fans because Vanderbilt's they've never beaten a top 5 ranked opponent ever. So there's a lot of Vanderbilt fans who are like, we're going to get shellacked. The student section was like literally the only like hardcore section that was there.
Yeah,
And
I
then
think
they
they were
ended up
0
beating
and
them.
60 against ranked teams,
Goddamn.
either ranked or it was like the top 10 ranked.
Yeah, I think like the last time they beat a ranked opponent was like 6 or 7 years ago. And even then I think it was like a number like 22 or whatever.
That's sick. I love a good underdog story. All right. That's your 2 minutes of football. You know what time it is.
You know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is.
Yeah.
Drip or drown. Drip or drown. Drip or drown.
Need a full version.
Drip or drown. Drip or drown.
Drown. What was that? Oh my god.
Oh no.
Sounded wet. All right. A couple paint schemes to show you this week. And a couple paint schemes to show you coming up soon. First of all, I want to give a quick shout out to Keith McGee, who DNQ'd whatever the hell truck he was supposed to be in. And showed up, bought out the friggin' FDNY truck, and just absolutely pasted his hood logo on. I don't know who had to do this, but they did what they could.
Did they do that in the fucking dark?
Honestly, probably.
What the hell?
'Cause,
Also,
yeah,
didn't the Oldsmobile win?
Yes, I mentioned that. Yeah, the old, which we never found out why it was listed as an Oldsmobile on the entry list. NASCAR fixed it like the next day, but I don't know why. Like how? I don't know what kind of
I like your
archaic
idea
system.
that there's just a drop down menu and you just select,
has
but they
to
have
be.
like the old brands on there for some
You just go
fucking
down there and see like a Hudson, Volkswagen,
AMC.
yeah, H and shit. But yeah, Keith McGee also slapped this on the side. Shout out to Morecore. Got in this truck and then absolutely demolished it by like plowing into a wreck and killing someone. So shout out to him. All right, paint schemes from last week. I couldn't get a good picture of this, but Ross Chastain ran some kind of like camo thing with some like neon numbers, which this photo does not do it justice because even on the TV camera, like that orange was popping.
like
it was
in
kinda cool.
person. I didn't even realize it was camo. I thought it was more like a zebra stripe thing. I mean, it looked cool, but I just couldn't really see the camo pattern like in person when it was zooming by.
Yeah, it's because it's camouflaged.
Fuck you.
Next up, Beef Rod is back. Last time we were talking about this paint scheme, it was on like a Rick Ware 51 car, and now it's just randomly on like a Noah Gragson 10. So
It
Sure.
was hot, by the way.
shout out to Beefaroo. I also love just the big ass cheesy fries on the
Are
side.
they part
it.
of Marcus Lemonis in some way?
I don't think so. I'm pretty well versed in like the Rat cinematic universe, and I don't think they're in there. Oh, I just want to talk about this because I spent a lot of time earlier this season complaining about that stupid gray Rush Truck Center's car. Apparently, this is the last race that they're on, and because they were like one of the OG Stuart Haas sponsors, they threw on their original paint scheme. And I gotta tell you, this might have been the hottest car at Talladega. Like on TV, every time they show this car going around, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, look at how sick this looks. Just like it's super basic, but they did the whole side skirts and everything, and it pops, and I love it.
It's what they should have been running to begin with.
Yep.
Honestly, yeah.
And yeah, this was the last race, but went out looking cool, I guess, even though Briscoe is kind of out of the playoffs, basically. Oh, another special edition something or other. Daniel Suarez had this like neon, like day glow pink Tootsie's car. Apparently they were playing with some kind of like fun wrap textures. Did this thing look good in person?
It did.
For the 3 laps that was out there.
Yeah.
Or no, he just ran a lap down the whole time because he had a pit violation or unapproved adjustments, so he had to do a pass through on lap 1.
He was going to get his other
and
lap
then
back,
he turned
and then
right in front of someone and killed it.
Yeah.
Good.
Before that, he was going to get his lap back, but AJ Allmendinger's dumbass got lapped, and then he got like stole the free pass from Suarez. All right, coming up soon. William Byron, Valvoline. In a throwback to, I think, like a Pikes Peak car. Because I put this on a stock car like years ago. But yeah, they had like a Valvoline Porsche that went up Pikes Peak way back in the day that had this like confetti, and it actually looked kind of sick because it was blue on one corner and then it was like red on the opposite corner, which like you can't do in NASCAR nowadays, which is kind of sad because both the sides have to be identical. But this is pretty damn good. It's Blackbeard design, so you know it's going to be a banger, and it looks sick. And I hope they just run this all the time, because honestly, this is really cool. And I love that it's got the confetti, but much like the old Mark Martin cars, like there's a lot of little Valvoline logos in there.
The swarm of angry V's.
Yeah, exactly. And you get them like all over the car. It blends in. It works. It's nice. It's sick. This is probably actually really hard to like print. But yeah, cool shit. They announced Shane Van Gisbergen and Connor Zilisch are going to run matching WeatherTech 88s next year, even for their 2 different teams. Because I guess Zilisch is still in like the Trackhouse machine.
He's still a little baby.
But yeah, shout out to the 6 Hour of Chicago race winners and those matching 88s. It's the normal WeatherTech car. You know what it looks like by now. Jeremy Clennan's running a Dale Jr. throwback with Slap's favorite name on it. It's Kevin Whitaker.
Oh,
it's just
no.
plastered all over this car, dude. So I don't know why Jeremy Clements is doing this, but he's just running a bunch of throwbacks throughout the year, and honestly, they look sick.
Might have to issue some death threats.
If you don't understand Slap's beef with Kevin Whitaker,
there's the state and there's the location right there. You see it right above his fucking fuck ass name.
You talk about it in your video, right? Your
oh yeah.
The booming real estate video. I don't know what it's called. It's in that one. The Kevin Whitaker. Haas.
I know where Kevin Whitaker lives, by the way.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
These are actionable threats.
Oh my god. It wouldn't be a Shrimp Hours without actionable threats. Haas is gonna run some horrible American livery thing.
This based. Go back to Canada, you fuck ass.
This looks like shit, dude.
You look like shit.
True, but oops. You didn't have to say it. I just don't like it. It just looks dated and bad. I agree.
Fuck all y'all.
Not race car news, but Mountain Dew has put out a rebrand where they finally got rid of the stupid MTN Dew fucking gamer logo that they've had since 2009, which like has been honestly old for the better part of 10 years.
The 2005 one's the best, by the way.
That's nostalgia, but yeah. It's kind of insane how like bubbly that was, and that they ran that for only 4 years before going to fucking Serpentine. I just thought it was kind of insane that the drink is called Mountain Dew, and then they throw MTN on fucking everything. Like, I don't know, it's just kind of insane. Anyway, new branding.
I like the new one's very similar to the 96 one.
Yeah, which honestly goes hard. And their whole like announcement was like, we're gonna put the mountain back into Mountain Dew. Which is nice because they need to like ditch the gamer aesthetic. It's not cool, and this actually looks like
this is
nice,
going to look really good
beverage.
on a Bristol car.
So I'm gonna do one of those.
Yeah, that. Can we do this, but also the 2007 Halo Gamer Fuel colors?
God.
The Halo 3 one.
So I'm trying to get away from the gamer aesthetic. I feel like
If you're going to do this, you also got to make a Pepsi car, like a good modern.
Look at all the
Pepsi
pine
car.
trees and the mountains in the back. This literally looks like Halo.
I had a Pepsi Core car, which was nice. I don't know if I have pictures of that anywhere, but it looked cool. But yeah, that's all I've got for you for you know what time it is.
You know what time it is.
I don't know what time it is. Oh, it's Animal Planet time. Let's go.
Oh,
Hope the viewers aren't able to see this.
They aren't. Oh my god. Your first
get
day
a
on
live
the podcast.
look inside DT's porn folder.
Wow. I was trying to find a picture of my freaking my Pepsi car, since you wanted to see a modern Pepsi car.
The Pepsi.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that is on a Gen 4.
Yeah, but it's still the new Pepsi logo and branding.
A Pepsi car demands a Chevrolet.
Does it? Who does Pepsi sponsor now?
None of your
Nobody.
goddamn business.
Nobody. They left the sport and ran. Coca-Cola picked up their race.
God damn it.
All right, Animal Planet. I want to hear about Talladega. I want to hear about the like fucking boulevard. Like, what kind of animals?
You got to
do we
see
have
the
down there?
boulevard. We live streamed it.
You guys did.
There was some boulevard being live streamed to the Discord, but
Did you like me pointing out with the Heineken in my hand?
Yeah.
Ed was a huge fan of that.
It was like a first-person game, just seeing Slap with a Heineken pointing out at shit.
Certain employees on the boulevard were unfortunately on break at that point in time. You guys also were out by like 11 p.m., which was kind of embarrassing. Except for Cody that one night.
Maybe this old man.
So I mean, yeah, I'm not
yours
surprised
truly.
that Slap was out.
I was eepy.
Dude, I was going hard like every day since fucking
As
Wednesday.
you should.
Because those
in
and these boys show up
Talladega.
like Friday night. And they're like, I'm tired.
Yeah, because I worked that whole day. Fuck you.
Yeah, you don't think I wasn't?
I
Working?
How many packages you deliver that day?
How many packages of?
All right. Can I show these photos that you sent, Cody?
What's
Cody picked up this fucking sick ass campsite on the inside of 1 and 2. And look at this thing just shrimped out, dude. Got the fucking shrimp, the shrimp flags
It is in all
flying
of
in
its
the air.
glory. I've got it.
Okay, you got like a 5-pack of those shrimp flags. So like you've got one on your back. There's one on the fence. Caleb had one at some point. We did have the RFK boys, Caleb's Blaney flag, and then like
Our own private blue water palace.
yeah. So what's the deal with that? How do you get a private porta-john at Talladega?
$120 for the weekend.
Oh,
I'll be billing you your $40 slab.
$40 for
I
private
did bomb
shits.
the
Is it worth
porcelain
it?
palace.
Dude, I'd say it's more than worth it.
All right.
Considering the nearest bathrooms are like a far ass, like long ass walk away.
Mm. So is that like you get there early and they're like, "Hey man, you want a John?" Like,
Well, you just call the place and they had people just constantly like delivering them.
Oh, okay. I gotta say,
Speaking of porta johns, I took one photo. There's no way we could show it here, and you guys don't want to see it. But this was a porta john like near the boulevard, dude. Just like shotgun blast of shit all over the inside.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. That's why you get a private one.
Yeah, that's why you don't do that.
This is just animal repellent. This is the anti-animal strategy. By the way, the way you set up this site is so fucking cool because you got the little like the little chilled tent, the pop-up tent, which by the way has way stronger poles than the Road America one that died a death, which is nice. Good to see. And dude, the way you had that thing set up with the fucking projector to play games and watch movies, and the
Dude, and the way the projector
table.
was, people said walking by they could just see it. Like you can see it clear as day on the other side, like the path.
Oh,
Like,
that
it
makes
was just-
sense.
yeah, it was just a
It was 'cause
mirror
it's just on the
image.
backside of
Yeah.
this. So they saw the gay German porn you had on there.
oh yeah,
The shrimp goon material.
Das Boot.
And then you've got the shrimp
That's booty.
bathroom, which involves the actual toilet and Cody's little shower setup, which is kind of sick.
I was the only one that took a shower in that thing. All these other boys were too scared too. They just went. Yeah, let the record show that Caleb and Slap went the entire weekend showerless. It's kind of
Were
nasty,
there-
actually, in hindsight.
Were there any actual showers?
Yeah, but from what Wes was telling us, they were kind of nasty and sketchy.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
use a shower at
They
the
were all
boulevard.
grungy.
Would you use a Talladega public shower? Because
Dude, I
And
would-
they had like public stalls, but apparently the walls were like 4 feet tall, so just anyone walking by could just look over and just like
It's like the
without even
CTMP
trying
one.
to just see dong.
The CTMP one is so funny because it's literally like you have stalls, but all of the like benches and like hooks and stuff are like out from that. So
Yeah,
in
you
order
have to
get
step
changed-
out. To
But not only do you
change.
have to step out, but it's like out next to the urinal area. So everyone just going in to take a piss also can just see you dong out trying to get changed.
God.
So honestly, I would hop in the Cody like little
I do
private
like
shower
that.
booth. That's
It was
sick.
pretty comfortable. It was just a little just inconvenient because you kind of had to crouch a little bit just to get the water on you. But I mean, it was a lot better than what that public one would have been.
It's a lot better than not showering over the entire weekend. That's kind of animalistic.
Yeah, I wouldn't have felt good. I felt disgusting after because I went on a Saturday to Monday without showering, and I felt disgusting that Monday.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially if
Also,
it's fucking
Caleb was
hot
trying
out.
to take pictures of Cody while he showered.
I thought that was
So was
good.
Gabe, and I'm kind of disturbed. And he's like, "Oh, it was just my flashlight. I promise." It looked like a
Nice.
flash to me.
I saw your dog. Hey, if you want to subscribe to the Shrimp Hub OnlyFans, it's there.
Good old
Shrimps
felony
out.
voyeur
Only shrimps out.
filming someone against their will. Good old
I do
felony.
appreciate the boys watching UFC on the little snack table. I feel like
that was-
the one
Wait.
thing is if you could get like a phone to project onto the wall and get like a little
Dude,
Discord
we tried.
screen.
We really did try for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
We need a slightly better sound system for the projector and the TV. Just like literally
Next
just
time.
like a sound power with like an aux cable. That's all we need.
Next time on
Yeah, that's,
Dragon Ball
that's easy to
Z.
do. You got everything else set up pretty damn good. What is this photo? Is this the end
this
of
is
the
just-
weekend?
This is how these two motherfuckers spend 90% of the weekend is buried face first in their phones, just at the track chilling and still just
Dude, you're fucking drink
I like the
pile.
drink can pile.
oh, shout out Wes.
Oh, is that your neighbor?
Our base neighbor, yeah, he was cool. The Shane Van
Dude
Diesel.
across the street. That's cute. The little
Shout
Instagram
out to the
sign.
Boulevard.
That's the same font they use in the IndyCar logo.
I will never
Mm.
forget and also never remember the Boulevard at the same time.
There's slap on the strip.
The shrimp cape.
The
Dude,
shrimp.
Some drunk lady came up to us and asked us like, what does shrimps mean? And Caleb, just as like sauced as Caleb can be and as awkward, so we got this friend group, we call ourselves the Shrimps. We have like this weird sense of humor. He tried to like explain to this like clueless drunk girl who's just blindly nodding away, like,
No, that's when you say, I got a shrimp dick. You want to see it?
Dude, I was just like cringe laughing and just walked
Oh,
away. I could not
man.
handle
Yeah,
it.
that's painful. That's tough. It's alright. Caleb's taken. He's not trying to impress any of the Talladega lizards.
Not unless he puts on the maid costume.
Were there any actual like animal encounters throughout the weekend? Other than the fellow shrimps, of course.
Other than the fucking ants. Apparently Talladega like infield is infested with fire ants.
That
And
seems like a problem.
Wes had our back, dude. He brought over some fire ant killer and it got rid of most of them.
Dude, it was like
prepared.
the ant Trojan horse that fucking poison we gave them because they were like, dude, this shit's delicious, and they just took it all in. They just took it into their palace, and the shit killed their asses. Here, I got a good video clip of that fucking.
Yeah,
Dude, they were
apparently
swarming.
this ant poison, like they love it and will drag it into their homes, and then it'll just kill
It's
them
like
from the
literally
inside.
like little tiny breadcrumbs just like wrapped up in ant poison, and they're like, "Oh, this is delicious." They bring it back into the nest, and they all eat it, and they die.
I guess they're like little sweet little granules.
Let me see if I can pull this up. Good enough.
Close.
It's weirdly cropped, but whatever.
They have no idea.
Yeah, they are taking the
They
crumbs
want
back.
satisfaction in this.
Do they know?
I mean, I guess
Those are
they're
a
kind
lot
of
of
fucking on you the
bastards.
whole
Holy
weekend.
shit.
Were they like climbing your shit at all?
Dude, they kept like climbing up onto our like feet and like biting them. They infiltrated the
Ooh.
Cheez-Its one night. I left the Cheez-Its down on the ground the first night, and I came out and there was like a trail of fucking ants leading into the Cheez-Its.
Yeah, the Cheez-Its were
Animals.
the first casualty.
But other than that, the people were all right.
Yeah.
There was like one dude at like 5 a.m. got into a fight with another dude. Like, "Fuck you, dude! Get out of my tent! Fuck you!" And just I don't even know what that was about.
But no, we went a shrimp weekend without anyone getting like a traumatic head injury, which is nice.
There were a lot of dudes like partying in the back of pickup trucks while they were going around. If there was a brain stain, we didn't see it.
Oh god, like driving around.
Yeah. And then there were some sacrifices made to the glizzy gods.
Oh yeah,
What?
forgot about that.
Yeah, this is when you puke up your glizzies.
Oh, no.
We had canned meat coming back up.
I was the only one that didn't sacrifice the entire weekend. That's the first. It's the opposite of how it usually is.
The Wisconsin in ya.
Wisconsin.
Dude, I was a slow burn like every day. I never felt sauce like any particular day, but then
I don't know. There's a certain clip I saw during the truck race.
Oh, or
I think it was during the
motioning for
truck race.
Where I was
Yeah.
I was wanting the truck to flip over.
Yeah.
That
So
one,
I heard that you were
was
a little bit
kinda
out of it
staged.
at that point.
that was kind of staged because I did it the lap prior and they were laughing their asses off and they're like, "Hey, do it again for the camera." So it wasn't quite as natural.
Oh. You pulled the veil off.
Fourth shrimp wall.
If that's all from Talladega, I guess I can try to pull up this fucking slap clip.
Oh yeah, this is from today. Actual animal encounter.
Let me see if we have the technology.
Do we have the technology to access Discord messages?
Well, it's a freaking video file. Let's see. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Do we have here is a three-legged friendly calico cat. How about that? You don't see that every day now, do you?
Takes a bite out of your thumb.
Oh, she was
He's
nice
just chilling in the sun.
because she had like 3 legs and she's just like chilling in the mulch, rolling around. She saw me coming over. She hobbled over. Like, "Oh, you only got 3 legs."
Friendly calico cat. How about that?
A friendly calico cat. How about that? All right, wholesome.
He likes
wholesome
belly
animal
rubs.
appearance.
Mine's friendly.
Yeah, unlike your calico.
Oh, I said mine's friendly.
Yeah,
to you.
Slap's fingernail maybe doesn't agree with that statement. Yeah, there's a reason she's in the Animal Planet theme song. All right, media check-in for this week. Anything you're watching? Any games we're playing? Anything to report?
Talladega Nights still sucks.
No, that's fake news. We got slapped popped at least like every 5 minutes. He doesn't want to admit
I
that.
didn't
Actually,
pop.
You're just
I
a
just got like a
cynical
little
old
chuckle.
man.
You can
It
still
would
laugh
kill
at a
him.
film and still
It would
not
kill
enjoy
him.
it through.
It would kill him to admit that he actually like somewhat decently enjoyed it more than he was expecting to upon second watching.
Hmm.
And he
You
will
guys
never do
forcing
that
him to
deep
watch
down.
it is something
it's-
instead of walking the
He could have
boulevard.
laughed.
We literally walked the boulevard like 5 times over, and we wanted to after the movie is done, and he's like, "No, I'm going to bed because it's 8 p.m. and it's past my bedtime." And he has nothing to
It
say.
was 10. And it is past my bedtime.
Yeah, okay. Past his bedtime right now. That's why. Dead silence.
Let's get this over with.
I've still been playing a lot of fucking Gran Turismo 4 because Spec 2 mod slaps.
Still haven't touched it yet.
God damn it. It's a good time. I'm trying to think. I watched both of like the Kingsmen movies this week, just randomly because they're on Netflix. Has anyone seen those?
I've heard about it. I've seen clips. I have not watched the full thing. I don't even know what it's about, honestly.
It's literally just stupid action. Like it's like the cheesiest, dumbest story, but specifically so that they can just pull off like stupid ass fight scenes. Like they'll just have like 100 dudes fighting each other and it goes hard. But you have to endure like some of the worst story I think ever. The second one's like even worse than the first in that aspect. It was good, like brain off movie. But I'd also like heard of them before, but never actually knew anything about them. All right, that's your fucking media check-in.
Episode 4 came out
Email.
Episode 4?
of the circus.
No,
thought it was
episode 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's only been only 3.
Three. Sorry.
3, idiot.
This is
I'm
probably
happy to.
definitely a side effect of my stay at Talladega, but I've been on a Toby Keith binge the last.
Oh, no.
Oh no, the
Listen,
Outlaws
all, like,
infected
boys.
you.
Of all the stereotypical like stadium modern country artists, he was actually good. I will give credit where credit is due. I normally hate like the mainstream country music. I actually do enjoy some Toby Keith.
I'm gonna have
He's
to
got
make
some
that.
bangers. He's got some bangers.
I'm gonna have
Well,
to make that.
he is like one of the most like genuine guys because he just talks about like, I love this bar, I love red Solo cups, I'm old, you know. He just like after a while he just stopped giving a shit and he just like did whatever the fuck he wanted.
Dude, I've been listening to all the hits the last couple days. It's a good time, and that's coming from someone that normally hates country music.
Yeah, we should have had some Hunch Punch and played some red Solo cup.
I ain't as good as I was.
God, a hunch punch out in the Talladega sun.
That shit would have fermented.
It would have double fermented. It would have turned into like wine squared.
It would have turned into straight moonshine.
Yeah, the fruits would have just turned into more alcohol. I was gonna say,
You
I
want
think
to talk about sacrifices?
I really gotta make that fucking NASCAR sucks, country and western is rubbish shirt. Just for that Cody comment. But yeah, as Ben mentioned, Amazing Digital Circus episode 3 came out. So if you like watching an animated show once every 30-minute episode every 4 to 5 months, you can watch that. I mean, it's
They're
good. It's
bangers.
just, you have to
They're
wait for it. All right, let's open some goddamn emails.
Send in your fucking mail. Wash your fucking hands, slap. Send.
Watch your fucking body slap.
Mail. Send them
No
in,
shower
guys.
slap.
Wash your fucking hands, slap. I don't give a fuck.
I didn't want
You better
Caleb
send
taking a
these
picture of my
at this
dingus.
point. Welcome to fan mail. Fan mail.
That was Gabe.
Fan mail. Fan mail.
I like sue him for something.
If you have a picture of your dingus Don't send it to ShrimpHoursPresents at gmail.com.
No.
I was gonna save for the meme and I couldn't do it. Don't do it. But you can send other questions, comments, concerns, tips.
No, don't
Just
send
the
pictures
tip.
of those either.
Just the tips.
God damn it. Don't send your tips. ShrimpHoursPresents at gmail.com.
Think about how many clips this podcast is going to be tossed around the day. Like it actually gets like mainstream traction. We just all get canceled just for all the horrific shit we've said on.
Yeah, this cannot get mainstream I mean, we have an episode titled Down Syndrome Pikachu. That's I mean, we have other ones too, but yeah.
Nihilism, cum, and misery.
I mean, that's just foul. I don't think that's problematic. Anyway, we got 11 emails this week, so thank you to everyone who wrote in. Rusty Broussard writes in. He says, "Hey Shrimps, it's Rusty again, and I wanted to respond to what Cody had asked in episode 115, which was what is the deadliest disasters in Massachusetts? So, excluding disease outbreaks, here's the top 5. Did you ask?
What the hell
that?
did I ask? When did I ask that one?
Well, if you ever wanted to know,
I'm sure I probably did. I just don't want to fucking remember that or the context.
Coming in 5th place is the 1884 sinking of the SS City of Columbus off of Martha's Vineyard with 103 fatalities. Number 4, also a boat sinking, 1963 USS Thresher off Cape Cod with 129 fatalities.
Oh shit, we covered that one.
You did. Number 3, the Mill River flood of 1874. A lot of old shit in here with 139 fatalities. Number 2, another boat. The sinking of the Portland in the 1898 Portland Gale. The death toll is somewhere between 193 and 245. And number 1 is the 1942 Coconut Grove nightclub fire. It's the deadliest nightclub fire in the U.S. with 492
Holy
deaths.
shit.
God
Those
damn.
are awful. Those terrified me. Those fucking
In
nightclub fires.
1942, I always think of that one video, that one where they had the fucking.
Yeah, don't even remind me. That's,
Yeah.
This is why we have fire codes now, people.
But
I'm
yeah,
disappointed Rusty wasn't here to enjoy these.
Yeah,
Rusty would have
dying
loved
of
this.
laugh. Yeah,
Cackling.
and this one killed 462. Fucking just dying in the background.
3 of the top 5 are all boats, so careful in the
Get on a
boats.
boat in Massachusetts. And here's the building where a lot of the people just died instantly.
Instantly. That's what got him, saying they died instantly. Cooper sent in an email, and he sent in a video file. God damn it. It's just called video.mp4.
It's a dingus.
He says, I don't know if you guys seen this, but it's a banger.
Might be a dingus.
Okay, let's try to pull this up, I guess. I have concerns. Remember, folks, it's better to just send like an unlisted YouTube link than a fucking video file. You animals. Oh, it's a Twitter video. Why didn't you just send a link to the Twitter thing? Oh, it's a TikTok.
Ah, yeah, the Ricky Bobby.
They did it again though, because I don't know if you guys noticed, Wonder Bread jumped back on the 41 of Ryan Priest this week, but it wasn't the Ricky Bobby throwback. It was like a new design, but it looked kind of like the Ricky Bobby throwback.
Leave a trail of meat into a box. Once the dog is in
But yeah,
the
they
box,
did a funny
offer it
video. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing, but check it out on Stuart Haas socials before they go dark at the end of the year. But also, just send me a link. Don't download the video. Anyway, the next one comes in from Matt, who says, "Hey Shrimps, what do you think of Brock Purdy as a quarterback for the 49ers? And what do you think of our 2-2 start to the season? As of writing this, bang bang Niner gang. Did they win tonight? I have a bunch of their dudes on my fantasy team, which is the only
They're up
part
by
of football
12
that I
with
care
6
about.
minutes left.
Good, because I've got some of their guys, but Jordan Mason apparently is not doing that well. Oh, he got injured. Great. Yeah, I've been holding Christian McCaffrey for the entire season, and he hasn't played a single minute. But Debo's doing well, so that's good.
He whore.
What do I think of Brock Purdy? He's all right, I guess.
Yep.
Kind of fucked it last week.
To the Super Bowl, on God.
Yeah, that's
They're
kind
okay.
of it. All right.
As long as
next,
Kyle Shanahan doesn't choke it for you. which he likes to do.
I just hope fucking McCaffrey gets his Achilles together and starts running the football and playing the game, because I'd like some fantasy points. All right.
Darkness Retreat with Rodgers. Get that MCL's healed back up.
Why does that cup look like a big fucking... Show me that cup, Slap. Does that not look suspect? Am I the only
It's
one?
an old 90s Freakout 400.
It does
And
look like the outer.
Not
it
a
does look like the
flashlight.
outer casing of the early day fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, the
what?
flashlight.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he just took the silicone part
There's
out.
no
just
gussy in here.
Not yet. You just need to buy that and then the Dune popcorn bucket and then get a little bit of tape and some scissors and make it work. Jack writes in under the subject line, Ben, why? He says at an hour and 5 minutes on last week's episodes, you were talking about how awful it would be if NASCAR bought out supercars, and Ben said they would add playoffs.
Oh no, I predicted it.
It's your fault. God damn it.
Fuck. God damn it. God
Alright,
damn it.
and back to the hole.
We got a couple predictions right last week, because Slap also said the Oldsmobile would win the truck race, and it did.
I do.
So yeah, we're doing well, but
I'm
not
sorry.
well, because supercars
Unfortunately, all of our
playoffs.
predictions eventually come true. This is the monkey's paw that is Shrimp Hours. We always get what we want.
And we never like it.
He says, also it appears that Toyota, which you'd think would be the most inclusive manufacturer, has started a full-scale war with the woke mob. Well, I saw they like killed their DEI program, which is kind of going back in time. He says, I advise Rusty to keep his mouth shut while talking about this.
No.
Good news, he's dead.
Rusty is not beating the allegations.
Jack says, it's cool to see Gabe back. He provides enough racing knowledge and degeneracy to fit all the niches of the Shrimp Hours Presents experience. That's true. No shortage of long-winded stories. We've got Gabe Wood. Like, we will not struggle to fill out content if we have Gabe Wood on a mic.
Stories for weeks.
Now to my question. What's something that gave you childhood trauma that definitely shouldn't have? Mine is volcanoes. I don't know why I was always terrified of them, seeing as I've always lived in suburban Maryland. From Jack. What were you unreasonably afraid of as a kid?
I'll tell you one. I had a nightmare. I was playing catch with my dad, and when I threw the ball, the aspect on my side did not change, and a big fucking 10-foot tall baseball just crushed my dad, and I woke up. So
all right, sure.
So
that's an unreasonable fear.
Scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Ben never threw a baseball again. Never realized his MLB tier potential.
Yeah, the thing I was like traumatized against was like skeletons. Like and I think the thing that freaked me out the most was like my dad had like some sort of 3D like imaging software, is like this educational thing, and he had it like on Windows 95 PC, and so he's like flipping through these images, and one of them was just a skull, and I was just it just jump scared me, and like after that I could never look at skeletons ever again. I would instantly just be like, no, get it away from me.
So we're coming up on your favorite time of the year, huh?
Yeah.
Like, I'm over it now, like thank God, because everybody has like skulls and skeletons, like 10-foot tall skeleton, like plastic statues in their front yards.
Yeah, the 12-foot Home Depot skeleton.
Next time we have a shrimp camp trip, we're bringing a
my
skeleton
God.
to sneak into your tent for you to wake up next to in the middle of the night.
Just hang it from like the tent door.
Dude, I had I think I might have actually talked about this in the past, but I had a reoccurring dream as a kid. It still like happens every so often. Like it's pretty rare nowadays, but basically it's your classic dream where like something's chasing you. Like literally your legs are just noodles. You can't run. And the thing that is chasing me just so happens to be sharks that can also walk on land.
Them land sharks, man. You gotta watch out for those land sharks.
And I'm sure this has nothing to do with me inadvertently seeing Jaws at like a super young age when my dad was watching it and probably being traumatized from
Definitely.
getting eaten as he's sliding down the boat.
It also doesn't have anything to do with the TV show. Oh, what the fuck was that called? It was like an early 90s TV show of sharks that was trying to pull like the TMNT shit.
Oh, Street Sharks.
Street Sharks, yes.
I remember Street Sharks.
What is this?
Street Sharks.
Are they just sharks in the street?
Yeah, basically, it's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but sharks.
Oh, what the fuck?
I think.
Are they
It was
back?
basically just a TV show that was meant to sell toys.
Oh, they started making toys again. Okay.
Take this
They're
off
just-
the screen. It's making me scared.
They're just buff shark dudes in jeans.
Oh, I'll get a hammerhead one right there.
That goes hard. There you go, fucking street sharks. Look at these
Bringing up childhood
goofballs.
trauma.
A lot of teeth.
I
Big
legit
teeth.
never knew the show existed. That's funny.
I think I've talked about my weird recurring nightmares on this podcast as well. I always have weird, scary dreams about subways, and I don't understand it. It's like I'm like missing a train, or like in a tunnel and there's like a train chasing me, or there's just like weird trains, like something's just not right, which is insane because I ride the subway all the goddamn time and I have no problems with it in real life, not even like a hint of fear. But in my sleep, apparently, my fucking kid brain at one point got traumatized. Who knows? All right. Next email comes in from Luke, and Luke says, he says, it's crazy how I love Denny Hamlin every day of the week other than Sunday. Oh, okay. But I guess being a Jimmy and Ross fan will do that to you. P.S. I didn't make the Red Sox jersey. I saw it on Twitter. That's hilarious. That like molasses fucking newspaper Red Sox jersey. All right. Andrew R. writes in. He says, Arvo y'all, our good friend from down under, Andrew R. He says it's Labor Day weekend. No, it's not. That was like a month ago.
Yeah, but it's Australia. They're like a month behind.
Well, why? Okay.
Because they're down under.
But Labor Day
That's how the
here
Southern
always
Hemisphere
like
works. They're
yeah, they're a month behind.
Even Canada has it on the right day.
Yeah, it's like the end of the summer and the start of the school year is Labor Day always. First Monday in September. Anyway, he says, Mrs. R and I went for a long drive in the country in my dad's Mercedes-Benz CLK 55 AMG. Sounds like a nice idea in theory. Uh-oh.
No.
We were driving up a B road doing about 95 kilometers per hour on a 100 road when a single brick fell out of a tradie's truck ahead of us, landed in front of us, and cut the front right tire. Damn.
I'm glad it didn't do anything else.
Did you know in Australia they have to have a bed cover if you have anything in the back of like a pickup truck, a ute? Like you have to have some kind of like mesh cover or like a hard cover. And apparently this guy fucked it. I had the dubious honor of changing the tire on the side of the road in light rain. But the worst of it, it had a Space Saver spare wheel. I'm assuming that's just a tiny little donut.
Mm-hmm.
A little donut. Yeah.
It's only rated to 80 kilometers an hour and it constantly felt like I was going to understeer into the scenery. If you're offered a Space Saver spare wheel, always rejected. The one time you need it is awful and terrible, and I'd personally punch the people at Mercedes-Benz in the face. Thank you, from Andrew R. On the upside, we did stop for a halal snack pack on the way home, which was lovely. Hell yeah. It's at least it's better than BMWs with their stupid run-flat tires, which are just
not having a
heavy
spare at all.
And yeah, if one goes flat, you're just kind of fucked, and you just have to like, you're supposed to be able to limp it home, but if you're not close to home, you get fucked. You have to get towed. I'm gonna look up what a Space Saver spare tire is just to make sure it is what I'm thinking. Yeah, okay, it's just a donut. It's the really thin fucking little wheels, which by the way, insane people in North America will put one of those on when their tire blows and not have money to get a new tire and just drive around in one of those until it.
Yeah, I see those people in
apart.
South Carolina all the time.
Yeah, it's a ticking time bomb. And people will also just go on the highway on them and not give a fuck about the like 50-mile-an-hour speed limit that's posted all over. Do you have anything in the realm of a snack pack in the US? Here it's like you go to a shawarma place and you get
Lunchable.
no,
Yeah, I was thinking
it's not that.
Pudding.
No, it's like here you go to like a shawarma shop and you get chicken on fries, where it's like fries as a base and then like they slap on some fucking shawarma meat and then throw a little bit of sauce on top. Do you have anything like that in the US? Like, can you get like a
loaded
Euro
fries?
Maybe like the KFC. Remember they had that KFC mashed potato thing?
What?
Oh yeah, the chicken
Mashed potato bowls.
Yeah, mashed potato bowls.
There was like chicken, cheese, corn, and gravy all tossed in there.
Yeah, okay, that's kind of
them
similar.
shits was so good.
I guess I can show you what I'm thinking of. But the Australians call it like a snack pack, which I think is hilarious. But yeah, it's just
my brother in Christ says just loaded fries.
Is that what you call it? I'm trying to like Americanize the term. Yeah, but this is more like the green and like there's less meat. Like that's not meat. There's like
They put chili on them. It's like
bacon.
chili loaded fries.
Let me look up like a shawarma fries. Yeah, see, this is the like.
The fuck is a shawarma?
More like that is what you get in like Canada. Shawarma is like a Euro, but Lebanese instead of Greek.
Oh.
But much like a Euro, they just call everything that around here. It is hilarious. I love how like geographic spinning meat on a stick is called completely different things in different places, even though it's all
Kebab,
like the same kind of
gyro,
base. Yeah.
Shawarma.
And the West Coast in Canada, they call them donaires.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all the same shit.
I remember hearing that term in Trailer Park Boys.
That's already great. Sorry, and it's all great. All right.
I ran across one Turkish dude who had something like that in Japan. It was just called kebab.
Yeah. And it's all like the same kind of base. Like the Turkish call it the kebab, the Greeks call it a Euro, and then I went to Lebanon and they called it a shawarma. And then they even took it to Mexico.
Robots serving drinks.
Called it a fajita.
That was a Tesla robot update from my dad, who's very excited about robots serving people drinks in the fucking Tesla announcement. I'm leaving that in. All right, the next email comes
the
in from Carl.
Starship's going up this weekend. We're gonna see if it crashes.
That's what I tuned in for.
They're
Carl
gonna be
writes in,
landing on the fucking the catcher this time.
oh, they're gonna try and stick it on the chopsticks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's kind of exciting.
It's gonna be fun to watch.
The Mexican kebab is a fajita.
No,
Yes.
I was thinking of Tacos El Pastor, which is where they actually like spin the thingy and then they tackle
asadas.
pineapple. I don't think that's done on a spinning thing. Anyway,
I'll spin you on a thing.
Carl writes in, he says, I'm gonna say it, super speedway racing is actually wildly predictable and boring. I'm gonna be honest with you, when they got to like the last stage at NASCAR, I was not home because I knew the finish would be a fucking hour from 10 to go. I literally left. I was at the goddamn grocery store and I checked my phone. I was like, oh yeah, there's a generational wreck and now it's a red flag.
Yeah, now it's a red flag for an hour.
It's like a 45-minute long red flag.
Yeah. He says it's the same goddamn race over and over. They ride around at the start, either a Pied Piper train or they just bunch 3-4 wide. You get the, man, I wish they didn't have stage cautions and we got to see them race after the flag. Then the field gets strung out with pit strategy. You get 2 to 3 packs, one with Fords, one with Chevys and Toyotas, and one with everyone who fucked the pit entry and also BJ McLeod. The 22 pushes the 6 and wrecks the field. Some mid-pack team wins, and then there's some kind of controversy at the finish. Insert rule that literally doesn't matter at any other track. Name me a race that didn't have this shit. And the last Atlantas are absolutely part of this. Look at how Daniel Suarez and Joey have done this season. They're both washed without the playoff system. I don't care. It's always the same. Give me more Pocono. Okay, hold on. So I was with you. Pocono is actually dangerous and unpredictable from Carl.
Not anymore.
P.S. I pledge allegiance to the shrimp flag.
I just tell people, even like as of a couple of years ago, that'll lose their fucking brakes going into turn one and have to. I mean,
Yeah, Pocono, it doesn't have the
Jimmy
grass on the
Johnson's
infield
career.
anymore.
Pocono took Kurt Busch's career.
It
Took a
did,
couple
but that was
lives too
during qualifying.
Pocono took Kurt Busch from us.
I
So at
like
least
the
test.
existence of plate racing, but it is all the same. Stages, I feel like, are like 60% of the reason they suck. And then it's like hard to even blame the drivers anymore. But like, you look at those like 2007 HD races that get posted, and the pack is like completely strung out at the start because everyone's minding their own business. I guess because the cars were harder to drive, like they were more sketchy, so they only really start pushing at the end. But they also
Especially
don't.
at Daytona.
But they also didn't die immediately at the end, which I was kind of surprised by. Because on a modern plate race, it's like, okay, you get within 10 to go, they push, they're gonna wreck. Almost guaranteed. But in the old days, they used to like start getting up into each other and they would still go all the way to either the white or the finish. It's like you still have to watch it, I feel like, plate racing, at least the end of it. But
It's a guaranteed flip or two per year.
sitting down and like watching the entire race is not an incredible experience because like you're guaranteed to get a ton of like cautions and red flags, and like the last 10 laps take forever, always. And
But
like
watching
you're gonna
those-
get a stupid winner.
Yeah, watching those HD ones just tells you like stages fucking suck, because even when they get
So bad.
sprung out, even when they get stretched out like that, you at least have something else to go to, which is strategy. Like, all right, who's going to pit? Are they going to take fuel only, or are they going to go for 2
And
tires?
they can
Who's going
actually
for 4
have
tires?
different
'Cause-
strategies.
yeah,
Now it's like there's no choice. It's like you have this first block where you're guaranteed you don't have to pit at all, and then if you do have to pit, you fucked it and you try and get your laps back later. You get the second block where like you've got to just save the whole time and then pit once, and then you come to the end and you pit once again and then wreck.
Yeah,
Sad. All right,
it's kind of glove.
enough waffling. The next email comes from Keegan. It says, "Hey Shrimps, I thought I'd try to hold out on an email until the race was over, so here I am." This was sent in at 2 a.m. after the Talladega race. To start the day, I'm happy to announce the Vikings moved to 5-0 with the win over the Jets, but this mood quickly turned sour as my driver was on the losing end of the photo finish. That's sad, as fellow Brad enjoyers. I'd also like to complain about NASCAR and the car they made. They said that they added these aerodynamic resistances to keep the car on the ground to protect the drivers. I had a realization that these resists that they installed do nothing to the drivers, as well as the last flip to actually injure someone was Ryan Newman in 2020, and even that was assisted. NASCAR thinking they're smart, I guess. Brad losing by 6 thousandths is hard to watch, but at least he eliminated Logano's bitch ass. Quick ramble session, but what are your thoughts? Thanks, from Keegan.
I mean, the shark fin did its job. There was no flips.
Yeah, but also the cars are like
Ooh.
stupidly stable now. They were going like
Yes,
4
that is why
wide.
they were able to go 4 wide.
Yeah,
That
Like,
was
if
kind
you
of sick.
go back and watch whenever they were 4 wide with the COTs, like, even though they're able to accomplish that, they're still bouncing off of each other. If you look at the onboard of like Dale Jr. doing that for the last 2 laps, where here they were just all riding along at 4 wide because the cars were just fucking stable.
I remember saying that at the time at the campsite. I was like, guys, I know that was base, that was incredible, and I swear I'm trying not to complain, but even though they were 4 wide, why do I feel like it wasn't just that exciting? Like, it was
Well,
the Tony Stewart package for like an entire lap, but they're just like sitting there. It wasn't like, oh my god, they're constantly on edge and something's about to happen.
They were a second off the
chilling.
pace because they were all saving fuel because there's a goddamn stage break. That's it.
Remember at Daytona when they were all going so slow, coasting, saving fuel in the packs that they were literally going slower than a car running by itself.
Just try it. Just have someone just throw it out there. We're gonna do one race. Listen, make a big deal out of it. Coke Zero 400 next year. No stage breaks. What's gonna happen? It'll be incredible. Is what's gonna happen.
No, make it the Coca-Cola 600. Turn that into the endurance race.
Steve Phelps is
No, they get an
breaks
extra stage break in the Coke 600.
the
I
idea
know.
of actual positive like change reverting back to how he used to be, and he won't handle it. His robot mask will fall off. He'll reveal that he's the T3000.
Mr. Ass sent in an email with a subject line, "Fuck GM. Those stupid fucking executive bastards always gotta fuck up finishes by telling their drivers don't push another manufacturer instead of letting races play out and seeing who wins."
That is Glove.
That's, yeah.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
I hate the player. I hate the manufacturers being all like, "Ooh, we need someone to win from our stupid brand."
No, fuck the players.
Nick Man sent in an email. He says, I get the feeling y'all have probably seen this, but the left behind thread from the Talladega Twitter account is peak Animal Planet content.
Oh, yeah.
It's how we get glorious tweets like Freaky Dega, which would make for a great episode title. I guess, yeah.
There's always at least one stained mattress left behind.
The only thing I did was
behind.
I scrolled through this to try and find any shrimp items, and I didn't see any, and I was a little bit sad. By the way, I had a couch that looks almost exactly like this, and it was like the most comfortable couch ever. But yeah, just tons of couches is what I'm learning. If you ever want a couch, go to Talladega on a Monday after a race.
You don't want any of those couches.
Do they got a
semen
carpet
on those couches?
Someone left a fucking Falcons jersey.
The TV that's fucking broken.
Another TV, and this one's just smashed. Like,
oh my god!
How does this even happen?
Someone got mad at the Alabama game.
Someone left a tent just out there, like set up.
Smoker.
He has a smoker. Yeah.
That was a safe.
Apparently, someone had already claimed it. A pool table.
I think a lot of these was the Boulevard. All those paved ones, the Boulevard, I think.
This is great. It's just a fucking mattress and bedding. It's just this Freaky Day.
I guess some of these are. I guess a lot of these are from the infield. I thought a lot of
office furniture. I don't know who brings that to a racetrack. There's definitely a 25, but it does look like a mustache when you stuff it into a garbage bin like that. Which, by the way, how do you not like deflate your balloons before putting in a garbage bin? That's kind of insane. Someone had their pop-up tent get demolished.
Cornhole
on a mattress, and then just a pillow. A lot of bedding is what I'm learning. Someone burned a hole in a plastic fold-out table. What is this?
Probably had a fire going on top of it.
Yeah, that's probably exactly what happened, actually. I think it's actually not bad. Oh no, there's a lot of brown in there.
Oh.
We got some like fake deer head that's been like burned. But yeah, shout out to fucking Talladega thread.
When I saw that last one, I sadly thought someone left their dog.
No dogs left behind at Talladega.
Dogs out.
Dogs out of Dega. All right, last email, I promise. This comes in from Harley, so it's a long one. He says, first of all, as you guys know, I was in the path of Hurricane Helene. I want to let you know that I'm safe. I didn't really have anything bad happen. The Wi-Fi's out. Secondly, big fuck you to Arkansas for beating the Vols. Who cares?
Oh, yeah, that also happened.
On the bright side, Kirk Cousins balled out for the Falcons. Fuck the Falcons. I'm sure you've discussed plate racing enough, but I'm feeling conflicted. The 4 wide was really cool, but after discussing it, I can't help but feel like it was more of a byproduct of not being able to generate runs. It was just everyone sitting. It was like...
Or just saving fuel.
Should we up the horsepower and make a spoiler? No stages. It'd be fine with no stages. Have a good week. Wash your hands. Yeah, that's literally it. Like, before anyone says anything about the package, kill the stages. I don't know if you saw that, but I got a fucking fruit fly in here, and it's
Apparently, there's some
pissing
crazy.
me off.
Apparently, there's some crazy northern lights going on up north right now. Of course, while I'm in Texas.
Oh yeah,
I looked outside earlier today, but I didn't see anything. So
yeah, there
after
is
this
supposed to be
podcast, I'll look
some
outside.
some stuff tonight.
Seen a whole lot of sweet looking pictures by people I know posting them.
Ooh, might be clear here tonight. I might be going outside after this. All right. With that,
Let's end it.
we have to pick. I'm supposed to play the song. I do have one title written down.
I have 2.
What do you got?
I have actionable threats,
That's the one that I have, which I do enjoy.
and there's no Gussie in here.
When was that even said?
When we were talking about this, there's no Gussie in here.
All right.
Actionable
I'm kind of a fan
threats.
of actionable
Yeah,
threads.
actionable threats.
Cody, I don't even think was here for this. He was fucking around with the TV. All right. Does anyone have any closing remarks? I don't know. Go to the
Talladega
stages.
is glove. NASCAR is rubbish.
Buy the t-shirts. Buy the posters.
I gotta make the t-shirts. I'll make the t-shirts.
All
Blue
right,
cheese wings, go fuck your mother.
you got to make it by Friday,
Why?
because there's a deadline. You got to make it by then.
Bitch, Friday's in half an hour. It's 11:30 on a
Friday.
Thursday.
Next Friday.
Oh, I will say, I have done a horrible job of uploading podcasts recently. The past 2 have been Monday recordings that went up on a Friday, but this will be up on a Friday because we're recording on a fucking Thursday night. But
Nobody said a
hopefully-
slur this time.
Yeah, I don't have to edit anything.
Not yet.
Hopefully next
Not
week
yet.
it'll come out earlier. Don't you fuck this. All right, bye.